Back again on Sundarpatan. It feels like it's been forever since we've gone for a normal hunt out here, even though in reality it's been like 3 or 4 days. But between tar grinding, bringing Classic back into the fold, our July 4th video, it feels like it's been so long since we've actually gone out here. So it is in this server right now, 1343. It'll be Muntjac drink time soon enough. So we're gonna head out, we'll chase Barasinga for a while, and hopefully we can focus in on Muntjac. And this could get interesting. We've got a max weight estimate tiger and his feed zone right here. Now it only goes till 10 AM, so it's probably pretty old. And by the way, our tiger gun today is going to be the Fireworks 300. I tried to customize it and it wouldn't let me change anything. So we're stuck with the 4th of July customization. And hopefully we can figure out where this guy got to, because we're not letting a max weight tiger track go without spotting it. Well, he found us anyway, so we're just going to keep the 300 at the ready. I thought that came from straight ahead of us, and it would make sense, considering that's where his tracks were going. Though you'd think we could see him. I can't imagine he's gotten all the way around us. I thought I just heard something. Oh, there he is. He's real close. That's a mythical. Just going to go ahead and get that shot before he ends up getting away. Up to 58's not bad, and a pretty good way to start this hunt. And it's so cool too, like, you know, he came down along here and managed to stay out of our sight by using that tall grass and stuff. Just, it's such a cool thing every single time. 55.9, not a bad one. We got Barasinga warning calling like crazy over here. And unfortunately, they're in a pretty terrible spot. There's a couple of decent looking ones in there. At least not all of them spooked yet. I guess for now, let's try to get that guy. So we do have the Ganhair rifle. How did we get a lung, or is that going to be vertebrae? I think it's just vertebrae, because he probably would have went down. Nah, that's lung blood. He really tanked that. It's got to be single lung, and it was. Just a little bit too far left to have gotten both. I'm still surprised he went anywhere though at that range. That Ganhair rifle is a pretty powerful gun, so for him to go anywhere, even on single lung, pretty darn impressive. So 1411, I think we have time to scoot down through here and get down to the river around 1500. That doesn't sound good. That was close. I can hear it again. I think it's just below the hill here. Could it be right behind this grass? It is. It's just a level 1 female. We're finding a good number of tigers just by running around out here lately. And probably that time, even lucky that we didn't just get killed, because as close as it was when it first growled at us, it definitely could have just pounced on us before we ever located it. So we finally made it down here, and I'm thinking we're pretty much right on time, because this level 3 is just kind of walking, I guess, into his zone. But I think before he gets there, got a female following him. We'll probably try to get him with the 243. He's about 175 out. And that's going to work just fine to bring him down. So it is 1550. You would surely think everything would be in their zones by now. And by the way, just kind of pushing this guy along. Since we're in multiplayer, we won't try to overdo the pressure here. We'll just take our single one. And I want to say with that estimate, he should just end up being a silver, which he is. Just about 28 score. Not a bad one to start with. Double lung and liver on the move. And we have a whole river of potential drink zones, as that one's yelling at us to check out. There we go. Finally a level 4. He's out there, I guess, about 230. Nothing's agreeing. We finally got the reticle to actually say 230. But the spotting distance was showing one thing and our reticle was showing another. That should be about right. Say the pace he's going down, we should be fine. Must have been in the water. Yeah, there's the vital blood there. So definitely going to be at least single lung. And at that range, at that angle anyway, not punching through to double. So that guy, of course, is going to be a gold. Hiding behind the chat there at 32.43, I believe it says. And I guess we just can't identify whatever that was. I'm trying. But because maybe we were in the harvest screen, it's not letting us do it. So we'll check tracks. Oh. Probably just that one, therefore not gonna worry about it. Are you serious? we're on the tracks of a max weight Muntjac, and we're about to get attacked by a tiger? I don't know where that was, but hopefully, well, for one, it might be up there. Hopefully wherever the tiger's coming from is not going to screw this up. If he's coming back nervous, maybe we could get a shot? Is that the tiger right there? Oh boy, okay, gonna have to get him, because otherwise, it's just gonna make it worse. And then we're gonna go and figure out the Muntjac later. That was a pretty big one. I didn't look at the estimate, but mythical tigers sometimes do make diamonds, so definitely want to make sure we make a good shot, just in case. So he is a 54.02, barely even max weight estimate. Double lunged him. Now let's see if we can figure out the Muntjac. Oh, no way. That's a huge estimate. 35 to 38. He is actually a level 5. I saw him take off there. He must have been trying to come back. I wonder if we just slowly kind of follow him along. Oh, come on. What is happening? Every time we find a big Muntjac, we get attacked by water buffalo. I guess no better time since he's spooked. You know what? Okay. Maybe now we'll actually be left alone. It's a little laggy claiming stuff. I noticed that with the tiger too, but hopefully, if we just slowly follow him, crouch track him kinda, he might be trying to get back to his zone and maybe we can get the shot with the 243. We just shot that fox on the move with the 30-30. We've got diamond foxes. We don't have a diamond Muntjac. This is darn near guaranteed. We are not taking the shot on the move under any circumstances. Oh, that's actually him. I didn't think that was gonna be him when we got the warning call. Figured there might have been one over there just drinking. Okay, he's alarmed. I need to crouch up though. I'm afraid of those rocks just catching our bullet. See if he's gonna stand still there. That should be fine. Kind of freaks me out we didn't drop him. But I have to imagine that got into something. Where can we cross? Maybe over here at the... You can go that way across the bridge. I don't really think you can go this way. So we'll have to find another way around. He had, like, I guess maybe got spooked by another tiger. Right here, he started running again. And I'm not really sure why. I don't think that would have been from when we shot the water buffalo, maybe? But it ended up with him across the river from us. And now the only question is, did we get a good enough shot? I see vital blood. So whatever we hit, it was good enough. And I'm not sure if 35 flat is the requirement. I know it's 35 point something. So is this going to be our first level 5 Muntjac? Is he going to be a diamond? He is 35.43, not as big as I would have expected. What's diamond? 35.24. So he barely makes it. And we got him just fine, pretty much center punch the left lung there. I can't believe that. Finally. And I know they troll so bad. I was afraid when we would find a 5 it would troll. 2 kilometers tracking him down. Huge estimate, and he still just barely makes it. That is so cool. That leaves us with only woolly hair and snow leopard to go. I guess that means we get to spend even more time up in the mountains. They really do look cool too, like the super unique pedicles and stuff. When you look at their true score, there's, I think, a surprising amount that goes into it considering this is all the antler you get. And that like main beam length going almost up to 15, clearly that's the biggest part of it. They are such cool looking deer, and we finally get to add a diamond to our lodge. That is amazing. So it's back to the mountains, and back to chasing snow leopards. This one, gonna be a 51 to 63 kilo male, and we're about to find out the fur. Now, I got a warning call right down here, so I'm hoping it doesn't just take off on us, especially straight downwind like this. But if we can just slowly sneak up on it, maybe we can get a shot with the Gant hair. I kind of realized that's gonna be one of our better options. It is right in front of us. It is a caramel. Man, I just don't know with this wind. If it spooks, we're probably gonna have to go 243, but maybe we can get eyes on it? Well, we're pretty darn close now. I can't believe he hasn't taken off yet. I mean, clearly, not a max weight estimate, so probably gonna be like a 6 at best. I hear him. I just don't like our odds, but if we pop up, can't see anything. Ah, he's gonna take off too. Can we then even get a shot with the 243? There he is, finally a level 7. That is like a perfect angle. Of course, right when we get ready. Kinda took that away. We might have gotten that It's going to be really close. I feel like we might have had to punch through some additional flesh that I don't know if the 243 can, but he went down. When it's a situation like that, especially once they spook, when we know it's not going to be a diamond, and obviously we got the Disturb Edge, we know it's not going to be any kind of rare, just any shot opportunity to save us some time, that's the kind of thing we want to go for. And we've seen before, like, the 243 does a heck of a job on them. It does seem, unfortunately, like every time we get a caramel, they always spook in the distance. Just barely got there. Lung, liver, stomach, 27.33 scoring level 7 at about 72 meters. We will definitely take that as our first snow leopard of the hunt. There's something right in front of us. Could it be? Oh, it is a snow leopard. Okay, I've been getting the warning calls this way to... Whoa, okay. A mythical, too. I haven't seen the 180 glitch in forever, and that might have cost us a shot at him. I really don't know if the 243 can do that, and I'm not so sure the shot angle was great either. Assuming we didn't hit him in the skull, we might even be able to save that. But yeah, compared to last time where it was already down... Oh, wait a minute. He did just die. Where did we actually hit him? There's blood there. Do we actually get the vitals? No way. I'm super disappointed in that 180 glitch because we might have had a crack at him with the Gan hair, and for the second time, we end up with a snow leopard directly downwind, and not a whole lot we could do about it. But we killed a 7, we killed an 8, maybe the next one will be a 9, and this certainly, as he's just zipping down the hill, was the snow variant, and I think he was 28 to 30, 28.46. Got him. Wow. Just must have scraped the outside of the right lung. We will take that. So 2 snow leopards now, both with the 243. I feel like this happens, honestly, every time. Do we bring the Gan hair up here? We end up killing more with the 243 or whatever we have as a small game weapon, because they always spook. Well, so much for the 7, 8, 9 hopes. Spooked a female snow leopard, and we're 0 for 3 on getting close to one and taking it with the Gan hair. I mean, we could almost try here on the move. The reason I didn't want to is because the waypoint was in the way. Right when we went to scope in, it was exactly in front of us. So the 243 is getting the job done again, but 3 snow leopards in 39 minutes, some of the best pacing we've ever had. Now, inevitably, as we know there's not many on the map, that's going to slow down. We can't possibly keep this pace up, but I like what we're seeing so far. Another caramel. And I like, too, that, like, the female caramels have, like, a reddish, almost, like, kind of rusty coloration in there. Really, really cool to see. Just a little bit different than the males. That's, how do we do that? Intestine, stomach, and left lung. Really have lucked out on a couple of these shots, but as I always say, I'd rather be lucky than good, so we'll take that. Well, yet again, we've got a max word estimate woolly hair track. And now that it literally is just snow leopard and woolly hair, every one of these becomes that much more important. Are they right here? Yes, they are. There's again? One of these times, one of these things is going to be a 3. Both of those were max estimate 2s, I think. Unless I misread what came up there. But we'll just take the shots and go for it. And one of the biggest, like, adaptations is when we get a warning thump, just go in and check it. I so often ignore them. It's almost as if I don't realize that we're trying to get a diamond one. Anyway, why is the... There we go. Ooh, close on that. 3.18. Diamond is 3.28. And the other one, 2.93. Would that have been max then? If I can just pick up the blood, or I guess this footprint back here, it is max. The actual estimate is 2.95. to 3.50, so it scores lower. What was its weight? 2.97, so it's barely max. But I do find it seems like a lot. Like 2 big ones in the same group. Like I said, eventually, one's gotta be a 3. I think, unfortunately, this nervous mythical yak down here is gonna end up being our final kill of the hunt. And interestingly enough, sort of if you count the snow leopard, even though we didn't track it, every max word estimate animal we found ends up not being what we're after, except for the Muntjac. And of course, I think that is what ends up mattering most. So This dude is in like a horrible spot with that rock. I think we may just shoot the rock beside him there. That got him alert. And can we find a way into the lungs with the 300? If he steps forward, that'll work just fine. And once we go away and claim him, we can finally go and find a spot for our diamond Muntjac in the lodge. Now, we've been kind of almost using the second lodge as like a storage area until we figure everything out. And at some point, I do intend to do a live stream just completely redoing our lodges. So we'll probably end up putting him in the second lodge for now. But I'm really looking forward to finally getting to see it. So, one final kill here, a jet black mythical, 244 scoring yak. Just about hit the heart too. I really did try to go for that. I mean, we got some glancing blows in different areas today that ended up just clipping the vitals, so I think we can accept that. Just didn't quite manage to nick the heart, and we can finally go and check out our Muntjac. And by the way, my thought by coming back here to the second lodge, there's a whole bunch of these little platforms, and Muntjac can go on those. Just to show you, I think they might be able to go on these smallest plaques here. Even at that, they're not the greatest, and there's only a few plaques this size in all of Saseka Safari. So, rather than doing that, we're going to try to find him a full body platform, because honestly they do look pretty cool on those little things. And I think we've got a couple up here that maybe we could choose instead of like random rare links and stuff. Like this one here, a little piebald female lynx. I think instead we'll put our diamond Muntjac on, and that just looks a whole lot better. You get a much better look at the full model, obviously like the little teeth, the much bigger antlers than a silver or gold with those longer beams. Honestly, they do look pretty neat. I like him a lot. So whenever we get to do that stream where we redo everything, we'll eventually find him a permanent home, but for now, a little spot where we can see the entire model on that full body platform. And I think on that note, that's going to do it for this video. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.